how you get from generic GIS person, like maybe replaceable, of course, yeah, not like really replaceable, but like from mapping guy, GIS person to an in-demand WebGIS specialist. Okay, so and exactly today is about how you make your WebGIS skill actually pay off. Okay, this is what I want to show you. Okay, that you can get paid for that, and people really understand why you're different. And you actually don't get there by like what a lot of people think, like by learning 10 more tools. You're actually not getting there by doing that, but by actually positioning yourself clearly, and of course having the skills as well, and then building one hero application that proves it. Okay, like hero application basically is your portfolio piece, but it should be something that solves a real world problem. Okay, not like a Udemy tutorial or something like that, but something like that, yeah, that not something that just has a routing inside or maybe a little chart here or something that really solves a real world problem, that people can see real world data, make real decisions on that. Okay, and they know what they have to do next. All right. So what to expect today? So this is for GIS pros who already have skills. Okay, if you're totally new to GIS, this might not be the right session for you. If you know some Esri stuff, you have done some or more coding, maybe a web app, okay, a web mapping application, and you actually want to turn that into jobs, freelancing and more impact, okay, then this session is 100% perfect for you. It's not a coding demo, okay, it's the how to make your skills that actually matter, okay? Like what should you do that people can see like that you're the right person that they have to work with, okay? So first, before we go into the meat here, I want to tell you like why most JS pros stay stuck in where they are right now, okay? They don't usually stay stuck because they are bad at GIS or not technical enough or something like that. Okay, they stay stuck because to the outside world, they look like, hey, just another GIS person who does maps, analysis, some Python maybe, and stuff like that. Okay. So when opportunities come up, like jobs, freelancing stuff, internal projects, they usually blend in with everyone else. Okay. They struggle to explain why someone actually should pick them and keep doing internal tools and support work forever. Okay. And I want to show you, of course, how you get over this today. All right. So recruiters, hiring managers, and potential clients usually, or simply, they don't buy, I can do everything. Okay. And this is also not true. Okay, no one can actually do everything. Of course, we can, but sometimes we have to learn some stuff, and then we can do a lot of great, awesome, amazing stuff to help people. Okay, but so far I can do everything is like doesn't work very well usually when someone wants to hire you. Okay, so they buy this person clearly solves my problem, and this is what I want to show you, and we call this positioning. Okay, you don't just want to be a generic replaceable JS person. Okay, you want, or what helps is that you position yourself. And let me show you how we do that. Basically, for that, the I help positioning formula helps you to become unique, okay, and to positioning yourself. So we will use a simple, powerful template. You will see that what a lot of companies use, a lot of people out there are using that. Not just because it's fancy, but it makes for other people exactly understand very quickly that, hey, yeah, you are the right person. I should talk to you. Okay. Should take you into consideration here 100%. And it's basically I help who do what with WebGIS so they can get a specific outcome, solution, saving time, making money, saving money, stuff like that. Okay. So the who can be a specific group, can be like even a specific person. Okay. What is a clear problem, a task, okay, so that you want to overcome. The outcome is actually a business result or value that you give to people here, right? So that they can solve, that this solves their actual problem here, all right? So examples are, I help, for example, municipal water utilities monitor and prioritize pipeline maintenance with WebGIS so they can reduce leaks and emergency repairs. I help environmental NGOs track forest loss and restoration with WebGIS dashboards so they can make better funding and intervention decisions. Also, I help logistics companies, and you will do the same in a few minutes here, okay, or in a few seconds even. I help logistics companies optimize delivery routes and service areas with WebGIS applications, so they can cut fuel costs and improve on-time performance, which is extremely important for their business, okay? Basically, this does three things at once. You name a specific outcome. So those people, when they scroll through LinkedIn and you call them out, they know exactly they have to stop at your post, for example, or even when you send in your CV, application, whatever, they know exactly, oh, this is for us. Okay, let's read that. Name a tangible problem, outcome, and connect it directly to your WebGIS skills eventually that you have or that you will gain in the future. Okay. So basically, that is how you stop being a GIS person and start being the WebGIS person for X type of problem. So for a specific type of problem that you can solve. Okay. And every one of you guys can solve problems. Okay. You know analysis, you know how to handle data and stuff like that. So you're able to solve problems. Okay. You're clever guys. Mini exercise for you guys now. Okay. Please draft your own I help in the comments or simply on your own paper. Okay. I would love if you share that. If you share that right here in our first pin post. Okay. Parisa is in as well. And yeah, share your I help sentence here, please, with me. Basically, again, it was I help who do what with WebGIS so they can get a specific outcome. For me, teaching you guys WebGIS development and also getting into freelancing, getting better jobs is I help GIS professionals, okay, becoming, sorry, it's very loud out here, becoming confident WebGIS developers, okay, so that, yeah, you can get freelancing clients on demand consistently or getting better roles. Okay, this is basically my statement here. Or I've also worked a lot with energy companies. I could have written it like this. I help energy companies managing or creating energy networks, like renewable energy networks with WebGIS, because often they have also programmed stuff and they had non-programming people so that they don't have to program their stuff anymore, okay, and make more or make the most optimal energy networks, okay. You can even add a time frame, like instead of when they programmed it, it took them like days or weeks. When they can just click it with WebGIS, it takes them maybe an hour or something, okay, instead of days or weeks. Okay, don't overthink that. Just pick one type of organization problem that you would like to help. Okay, it's up to you. Everyone is different here, and that's the cool thing. This is where you become unique. Okay, this is where you are unique, actually. This is what they mean all of this time here. This is everything. Okay, just be more specific about the who. Okay, and more concrete about the outcome as good as you can. Okay, don't overthink it. Just put it there. Put it in the comments. I love to see that. Okay, here in the community or wherever you're seeing this right now. you can stop, or people who maybe watch a replay, you can stop it right now, do it in this moment. I love to see that, okay? And then I can even correct that, or not correct, but help you refine that even, okay? We can do this, and I will check this. So then let's go into an Hero application. So what is a Hero application at all? It's basically, it's your portfolio piece. What does this thing? Okay, of course, you do this after becoming a skilled WebGIS developer, if you aren't yet. Okay, for that, I have a lot of other videos, of course, showing you how you get there. And then for now, let me explain you what that Hero application is. It's basically, it's one WebGIS application. And it's not like a toy demo. It's not like some replaceable shit that no one cares about. It's actually built for a real world problem in a real domain. Okay, like you're helping people with something real so that logistic companies can see the best route so that they don't go through severe weather and they lose all their food, or they have to return and lose all the food because it's just too long in the truck and stuff like that. Okay, like this is one example here. So not just a toy demo. Okay, maybe it looks like fancy when there's a routing inside and editing stuff and things like that. But actually, this is not what hiring managers care about. They care about that you can actually solve something end to end. Okay, and it's something that you fully understand as well. Okay, so front end, back end, data, often database, sometimes just files on your server, something like that. Okay, or data from another API, like weather data, flood data, stuff like that. Okay, and that you can show this application, okay, in 5 minutes and have people say, oh, I get it. Hey, that would be really useful for us as well. And we see you can do this. Okay. So it makes them confident that you're the right person, and it makes you self-confident as well. This is the thing. Okay. That you create something real here and you see like, hey, I can really solve something real. Okay. And this becomes then the centerpiece of your portfolio. Okay. So the proof basically behind your I help statement. Okay, so who you want to help. Of course, it can be that generic, like I'm the WebGIS developer who does this and this. It also works. Okay, but the more specific you are with who you're helping exactly, the more people know that you're the exact right person. Okay, it's like, for example, I found some advertisement on one of the days. It's like it says like, hey, we have shoes for elderly people who have a balancing problem. Okay, it's not WebGIS related, but when I thought like, hey, I would be an elderly person, have a balancing problem, I would definitely buy that shoes no matter what. Okay, because I want to test it, and most probably when it really solves my problem, and they have the proof, they show me that it's really helpful. I want to have this stuff. Okay. And this is where you become unique totally. Okay. Like it's when you think about also Microsoft or Apple. Okay. There I help statements is also different. Okay. Like Apple is really good in design for user or easy to use stuff and things like that. Okay. Microsoft maybe doesn't care so much about that, but people who are looking for design stuff, who are looking for yeah, something that's really easy to use, then you're right with Apple actually. Okay. I mean, of course, you can take your own opinion here if that's true or not. But eventually this is exactly how it works, and people see like, hey, and of course you will create a statement that you're not lying into that one. Okay. You're saying really like how can I help with what people like, something that you have also solved for yourself. Okay. And of course, Apple is not too far away from that. Of course, their stuff looks cool, but that's totally up to you if you want to hear it or not. Okay, so then the thing you talk about in interviews, okay, like your Hero application, the thing you talk about in interviews, and of course, it's not only like about specifically exactly that app, but it can be like sometimes it's very similar to what people need to have solved. okay? That you can talk about that in interviews, which you can use for outreach to people who need your solutions, to finding clients, actually that clients find you. This is actually what we want. Or hiring managers, that they actually know you exist and that they want to work with you. Okay, this is what it does. You can use this for posts, you can use it for calls and meetings with potential clients and of course, hiring managers. Okay, and one good Hero application is greater than 10 half-finished or maybe even full-finished tutorials, Udemy applications, okay, and random web mapping apps that doesn't solve anything, okay? Because everyone can copy paste this stuff, but something that solves something real, it's most probably not copy and pasted, and it will make, of course, you show up totally different, totally as a different person before someone, and they will also understand your confidence, and they see like, hey, this is the person that we need here, okay? And this is what it does. Having the skills, creating a Hero application, and everything shifts in your identity, okay? So you're not just a generic replaceable GIS mapper or something. I don't know how you feel exactly about this these days, but that you are the one that can create these applications for someone, okay, and really help them. So your I help is your promise, okay, that what you can do for people, and your Hero application is simply the proof that you can do it for yourself and for companies, that you can help with that. So how can you turn positioning plus Hero applications, how can you turn that into money? Okay, when you basically combine a clear positioning, like I help who do what so they can do or they can get a specific outcome, and a Hero application as a proof, can be live, can be clickable, with a simple story behind, okay, so that people can understand what was the problem, what is the solution here, and what did it help people in this world. Maybe, yeah, saving crops for farmers like to a crazy amount, okay, or that logistics company didn't waste food anymore, okay, or what specific things you have solved and made an app now out of this, okay. Then you can talk to hiring managers like a specialist, okay, not like a generalist anymore. You can reach out on LinkedIn without feeling like a spammer, or on other platforms or on freelancing platforms as well, okay, because you have something real there. And you can have a real conversation that leads to jobs, freelancing projects, and internal roles, okay, like promotion stuff. So instead of I do GIS, here's my CV, you can actually say, hey, I built this WebGIS application that helps specific companies, like the one that you're writing at, solve their specific problem, okay, problem that they need to have solved and you care about, okay, and here's what it does and how this helps you as well, okay, or my service helps you as well, okay, depending if you want to not solve it or just offer your application, but also a development service, this is what you can say. So that's a total different level of credibility, okay, for jobs, recruiters, hiring managers see a clear fit, okay, we are exactly that who with that problem. We need your solution here. We need you, okay? For freelancing, you can reach out on LinkedIn and actually make people find you, okay? You can like write about your application, about the problems and the solutions, okay? The problems that there were, the solution that your application gives them, okay? So that people will actually find you and you can start writing them simply, okay? With the right templates and with what you have to say, that's perfect. You can say, I built an app that helps company like yours doing X, okay, like solving specific problems. Would it be useful for you to see a quick demo? Who will say no to that? Okay. For internal and promotion roles, of course, as well, like you become the bridge between GIS and dev, or even the full dev yourself, because you can talk both languages and show and create working solutions. So the next steps for you is please finalize a draft of your I help statement. Okay, let me put this here for you again, like this one here. Okay, finalize a draft of your I help statement and then push this into the comments. Okay, I want to see that, and I can even give you some feedback on that. Okay, then brainstorm 1 or 2 ideas for your Hero application that fit to that statement. Okay, like who is this for? What problem does it solve? And what is the outcome? Okay, just brainstorm it. Just write these 3 things down. And then if you want, yeah, post it in our community. Okay, here in this community, in the WebGIS Development Mastery community, if you wanted to, or below wherever you see this right now. And yeah, write a simple, of course, or write a simple LinkedIn post about it. Okay, it can be as simple as that. Like, here is the kind of WebGIS project I want to build and who I wanted to help. Okay, and then you can like push your statement there, put this there, and you can start talking about this. Okay, you don't need to have actually the app built to start talking like the person who will build it. You can start talking about it. Okay, and then get the skills, or if you have the skills already, then you can start building it. And you will people seeing, they will reach out, they will ask what you're doing there and stuff like that. Okay, it can be that easy. Can be that easy. Now, if you want to turn, or if you want help turning this into a full plan, okay, your positioning, and of course, getting the skills in WebGIS development, you want to see what's your Hero app or what it can be exactly for you, your path to jobs, freelancing work, or selling applications even, okay, you can book a free WebGIS roadmap call with me, and then I will help you map out your personalized path.